Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to the show. I'll be your host, the gangster magician himself, and I'm here to deliver you your message because that's what I love to do. So I do what I love. I love what I do. I love being here with you, even though I seem to, miss a day or two now here and there. I try to, pull a fast one. But, listen, the gangster magician right now, he is trying to build. Okay, he's trying to build a brand here. Okay, so that's why he's working very hard. Okay, so I am trying to start this Patreon. Okay, I have, my members. I have other things, and I still have this. But this is not, I don't know what else I can do, because then it's becoming to the point where if you put yourself out there too much, then you become oversaturated. You almost got to make yourself like you're in an attraction of sorts. You're an attraction is what you have to get yourself to. You got to say, you know what? If you want to see me, you know where to find me. That's all you got to tell these people, because what's meant for you will always find you, and where you're meant to be is where you will end up be. Okay? Because you're meant to be there, so why would you not be there? Why would you not be somewhere you're not meant to be? Why would you want to be with somebody you're not meant to be with? I mean, it doesn't make sense. That's why we have a wand and we grant the Two of Cups, because that's why it's the thing to be. That's where you're supposed to be. You dig it? Can you dig it? All right, so that's what Archangel Michael says. He said, brother, listen, you're protected. We are high energy today. He said, we're feeling good. He said, you're protected. He said, we welcome in any and all challenges. Actually, I had a guy at work yesterday fucking told me he was gonna fuck me up. Exact words. Caught me off guard. I was like very surprised by it. I had to think. The gangster magician had to think for a second. I had said, because then the gangstar comes out of you because you're like, whoa, you're gonna fuck me up. And it was an unprovoked attack. Okay, because this guy, he went in my station. I work in the restaurant, so he went in my station. Okay, he took my table, all right, and then I was like, all right, don't worry about it. But he knew it was going to be a good tip. I didn't even make a big stink about it. I just, whatever it was, blah, blah, blah. Table sat there all night long. I didn't say one word. I didn't give a fuck. Listen, whatever I had. So then another table comes in. I take it, that's in his section, and he says, oh, well, that's my table, because you already took a table that I got earlier, the replacement that I got out like 2.5 hours earlier. Okay, that I got like $15 from. He's going to get like $100 tip on this table. And he wants to say we're even with that. And that he wanted to take this. I said, brother, get the fuck out of my face. Okay, then he comes up and he says, he's going to fuck me up. I said, listen, kid. I said, I think you're barking up the wrong fucking tree here. I said, because I see what you're doing. See what they wanted me to do. This was not even this person. This is like a demon. This is what I put it. This was a demon that got into this person. Okay, because they knew they had nothing to lose in this. I had everything to lose. Okay, I lose my job. I go to jail. It's just what is that for this guy to say that? And then, and me attack him. There's nothing to it. I look at him, I said, brother, and I don't even have the answer. I walk away, don't ever look at him again. I will not even look at this motherfucker ever in his life. And now he's going to have to come begging to apologize. Because what he did was wrong. And he's going to have to pay for that. Okay? Because, and then he tried to say, oh, what are you going to go tell on me? No, I don't have to tell on anybody, motherfucker. Because God will handle you. Because I don't have to. You're the fucking one who would, see, but it's like they want to get you fight. They want to get you started. They want to get you in the fight. That's why we balance our chakras out here. Okay, because you got to stay balanced in these situations. Because one bad mistake could ruin everything. One lapse of judgment. That's why you have to stay so strong, okay, at all times. This is when they want to get you, when you're at, vulnerable at work or there, like, they want to hit you where it hurts, like, because they know that, we have to do so. They try to block us financially, okay, they try to keep us out of, like, high, paying situations, but you know, they can't stop this any longer, okay? Because it doesn't matter what they do, okay? They want to try to block us. We don't, it's what's going to happen is going to happen anyway. Create more bad karma for yourself and more good karma for us. It's only going to work out for us in the end, okay? So that's why there's no need to respond to any of these people, ever. No response is the best response. You give them a 1. That's what I do. I give people 1 fucking knockout blow response, and then I don't respond after that. Whatever they say after that is meaningless. But if they say some stupid shit, like if I get a stupid comment person who comes on and says some dumb shit, I hit them with 1 knockout, and then I'm done with them after that. I'll never care. I won't even care what they say after that. Okay, because there's nothing they can say, because they're a jerk off in the first place to come on somebody's fucking platform and say stupid shit. You're a jerk off for doing that. Okay, so there's nothing that you're gonna say that's gonna fucking, make you right here. Okay, just like this guy telling me he's gonna fuck me up. Okay, for what? You're gonna fuck me up because I took a table? How? It's like, are you fucking nuts, bro? So if you ever try to get me in trouble, I'll be like, whoa, just stop right there. You said you were going to fuck me up, though, right? That's why I let him know that ahead of time. I said, brother, remember what happened in this conversation? You said you were going to fuck me up. I said, I didn't say nothing about fucking hurt nobody. I said, I didn't threaten nobody. I called him a pussy, though. I did call him a pussy. I did. Okay. I apologize, whatever. I didn't apologize to him. But I probably shouldn't have called him a pussy. But he was being a pussy. I feel that was being a big pussy right there. Alright, so let's get into overall energy here. And that's my story, okay? I'm sticking to it. I figure I'd give you a story. Why not, right? It's all about the stories. Lent today, okay? It's Lent. What did you give up for Lent? I think I got to give up candy. That's what I'm doing. I got to. I got to go to the dentist now. Teeth are fine, but it's just like you got to take care of your teeth. The gangster magician tells you. Okay, and candy is no good for your teeth. It's not. It really is, and I hate that too, because I love candy. All right, so let's see. What do we got? What's the overall energy here, God, for the magical gangstars of the world, the divine feminine, the one who's been through it all, they've done it all, they've seen it all. What do we got? Okay, we got 8 of Wands here. So we know things are moving very quickly, very rapidly for this, magical gangstar divine feminine. That's who you are, the magical gangstars of the world. That's who the divine feminine is. The hero. You're the hero. You're the star of the show. That's what the divine feminine is. Always want to be held down. They always want to hold that person down. Did you ever notice that? I always want to hold that one down. But it's called the rise of the divine feminine now, okay? And that's where we're at. Okay, because brother, the end is here for them, painfully. Okay, so anybody who tries to get in the way of this divine feminine, they are in serious, serious trouble, okay? And they're going to be feeling the pain. Just told you I'm high energy today, okay? But you know why I'm high energy? Because I'm a fool. I'm a pure and innocent fool, just like you. We're pure, we're innocent, okay? We're moving along very quickly. Can't nobody stop us, okay? Just like you said. You said we're going to run them over. You said barricades, you're used to them. You run right through them, used to them. And that's why you're going to be publicly recognized for running over these barricades. Because you're used to them. People are going to say, oh, yeah, he's used to those. So what else do we got here? Oh, now they're all in regret now, 5 of Cups. Everybody's upset. Everybody who went up against you that has this painful ending coming, they're all upset. They're all in regret. They're all saying that they can't believe it. Now they can't believe it. All right? Now they're all upset that you're being publicly recognized, that you won. Okay? That you defeated an entire community. Okay? And you're just clearly this 9 of Pentacles. Like I always say, you don't need anybody. You are the Queen of Pentacles, okay? You're the ideal spouse, okay? You're the one everyone comes to see. You're the one everyone wants to be. You're pure and innocent. Things are moving along very quickly here for you, okay? You're going to be publicly recognized. And then these clowns that couldn't defeat you, they're very much in regret, okay? They don't know what to do now, okay? They're going to come with their tails between their legs, begging for you to allow them to, be around. Like I said, make it up to us, you tell them. Don't tell me, make it up to us. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's what I tell these people. And if they can't be about it, then we'll see you, okay, about it. Then we won't see about it. Feel just a little bit, just stretched out throughout the day. Ooh, God, I hate when that happens. I really hate when that happens. I'm off today, Friday. This is on a Friday. I'm making this. Now I gotta make things ahead of time, okay? Because you probably see this on a Sunday or Saturday or something, but so that's why when I thought about it, I mentioned Lent. What was the point of me doing that? So it already passed that day. But the reason why I had to do that is because now I have multiple priorities. I can't do it like I was, okay? I have to focus. All right, the gangster has to focus, okay? And that's what I'm doing. I'm focused, very focused. All right, let's get to the story. Let's get this party started. So what's going to be the overall energy here, God, for us? The Divine Feminine Collective, the magical gang stars of the world. It's the ones who've been through it all. They've done it all. Seen it all. Okay, now it's their time. So what do we got? Okay, so you have this Knight of Cups in reverse energy here. Somebody's becoming seen as, it says there's some unrequited love here. Heartbreaker, perhaps. Somebody's heart's broken. Okay, manipulator, a one-night stand, cheater, deceptor, bad news, deception, moody. Okay, this is just, nobody wants, it's not romantic and charming like you. Okay, this is not something that's creative. This is just a leech, is all this is. It's what can I get from you? Okay, that's what it comes down to. But you, Two of Pentacles, are balanced. You're flexible. You were able to adapt to the situation. You have a plan. Something's moving for you. And these people, they can't stop it. They can't manipulate you. They can't get in your way. They cannot make, you're not going to stop. Okay, and you're not going to make a stupid mistake. You're not. Okay, you know why you're not? Because you're a wish come true, Nine of Cups. Because you're getting your wish come true of that Two of Cups. Wishes are fulfilled, it says here. You're realizing your dreams. Very happy. You're going to be very content with what happens here, okay? I think you're going to be satisfied. You're going to be more than satisfied, okay? Because you're successful. You're abundant. Very confident. You might be famous. Who knows? You might be famous like Amos. I don't know, okay, brother? But it may end up happening for you. Okay, because remember, you are this Queen of Cups. You're a very lovable individual. That's why you're getting this Nine of Cups. That's why you're getting your wishes come true, your Two of Cups. You're a Queen of Cups, and that's all that ever mattered to you, okay? Because that is your default. That's what you fall back on all the time. That's what you go to bed. That's who you are. That's who you are when you wake up. Whatever happens in between them days, wherever you go, wherever you end, you always end up back right there. Okay, and that's why it's all about the love with you. Same with the Gangsta Magician. Gangsta Magician only cares about the love and the respect. That's all he wants. That's all. I'd rather be loved and respected than have all the money. I would rather have all the love and respect in the world than all the money. That's for sure. Okay, and that's why, you know why? Seven of Cups. Because there is no confusion in reverse. There's no confusion about what's going on here. All right? There's no... There's no option, okay? There's nothing else these people can say anymore. It's just... They know. Everybody knows who's who here. Okay? There's nobody wants all these confusion. It's just not working. It actually makes things worse, a lot worse, okay? Because it's not supposed to be that way. But look, the King of Cups is here, okay? Queen of Cups, King of Cups. He said, I'm here too. He said, I want a wish come true. You are my wish come true. We said, but now this King of Cups, they realize that you really are a wish come true. They may have not seen that at the beginning, okay? They like to blame you for stuff. They like to, act like a victim. But at the end of the day, this King of Cups, it's time for them to do the right thing. And now they know, without a shadow of a doubt, Seven of Cups in reverse, that you are not an option. There's no confusion, this King of Cups said, that Nine of Cups, that you are wish come true. And it's now, walking away from this Knight of Cups in reverse energy. It's unrequited love. They don't love, whoever they're with, they don't love, okay? And whoever they're with doesn't love them. So it's pointless. This is all just to make you upset. This is all this really is designed to do, is to make you, that's what these people are doing. They're together they don't even love, it's ridiculous. It's a fucking joke. One guy's getting paid to fucking be with the person. The other one's a fucking retard. You know what I mean? That knows that they don't even like this person. They're just doing it because people are telling them what to do. They're so used to being told what to do that they don't even know what the fuck they don't even know what they stand for anymore. Right? Right, Divine Masculine? I think so, right? Okay, because look, this person, the star of the show, they're not, okay? They're not the star, all right? You're the star of the show, Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine is not the star of the show, okay? They're just a supporting member, a supporting cast member, okay? They have a big role. It's just not the star. They wanted to be the star. They thought that knocking you down was going to let them be the star, and the person they would go with was willing to step in the back seat and be whatever it is but that was all a lie. It was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. This person, they thought that they were just lied to, this King of Cups. They see what's really happening. They see the real lover's energy here is with you. That's why you're with the Nine of Cups, wish comes true. That's why Seven of Cups, there's no reverse. There's no confusion here as to who's who. They always knew. This is just playing itself out. This is how you eliminate this karmic energy. This is karma that you're clearing. You're clearing this karma, okay? These people are karma, okay? You know how you're clearing this karma? By being in Hermit energy, because they can't get to you when you're in Hermit energy. When you're in Hermit energy, there's nothing they could say, there's nothing they could do. Because you're in Hermit energy, you don't want to be found, okay? They really have to come looking for you, and that's when they give themselves away. When they come looking for you is when you know that they're following you, okay? That's when you know for sure. Nobody knows for sure. You feel it, you could see it, you see little stupid things, okay? We can never prove anything, but it's going to come to the point where you are going to be able to prove stuff, and you are going to show what's happening here, and you are going to show what's really going on in this world, okay? And that's it's very much happening. You're just waiting them out. That's how the Hermit wins in the end. That is why the Cancer is the king of the water sign, because they're crab. They wait it out. Crabs have been around for fucking millions of years, okay? Billions. Longer than anything, really, I think. Besides alligators, I believe. I think alligators or crocodiles, they have to go back to the dinosaurs, I'd imagine. So I'd imagine crabs. I imagine there were huge crabs in, what's it called, in the prehistoric age. They survive. They go in their shell and they hide. Not hide, but they go but they don't hide because they're scared. They go because they get better that way. They're safe. They're able to focus on themselves. They don't have any distractions. That's what's happening here, okay? And also, not to mention Knight of Pentacles, you're very hardworking, very efficient, very responsible. You have a routine. They want to block your routine. But you said, no, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. I'm going to do what I love, and I'm going to love what I do, and there's not going to stop us. That's why there's star reverse energy. They couldn't take your star energy from you. You're always going to be a gangstar, a magician. You're always going to be a magical gangstar. Nobody's going to stop you. They can slow you down, but they're not going to stop you. Okay, because, like I said, Knight of Pentacles, you're too hardworking. You've been in this Knight of Pentacles energy pretty much your whole fucking life. Okay, so they're not going to stop you now. That's what we laugh at them. We laugh. Okay, you know why we laugh? Because we have a Ten of Cups here. Because we know how we build create abundance with this Ten of Cups. You are this Nine of Cups. This King of Cups will bring you this Ace of Cups. Queen of Cups, we already seen Queen of Cups, King of Cups, okay? Here's your Ten of Cups. That tells me the Ace of Cups here. You're still in Hermit energy, yes. But you're definitely being viewed as the one. You're not an option. People see you're not an option. You never were, okay? You never will be. You will always be the only option. You're not competing for anything anyway. You don't compete, all right? It doesn't. You don't compete with anybody for anybody. If they pick what, take them. Go. You're not here to do that. And people don't like that too. And sometimes they get mad, but they hold on to that. They'll go in another relationship. They'll go into another relationship and hold on to that and still resent you. Which I think is a fucking joke. Okay, because once you're in another relationship, leave us the fuck out of it. All right, because that's what happens. They take your energy with them to these relationships, and then you get fucking stuck. You get binded to them, and you don't even want to be bothered with this. But it's all coming to an end. I already told you. Remember, you're too strong. You have strength of 10 men. You have the strength of 10 women. Too strong. Strong as Hermit you are. He's got a 10 of cups. That is a 9 of cups. That's getting their 9 of cups. That is a 2 of cups. Because there are 7 of cups in reverse. No confusion here. That's happening. You know what else there's no confusion? That the devil is getting released. He's getting dropped on his head. He's been coming out on his head now a lot. Okay, so we tell him he's here. But he's released. There is no devil. We don't star in reverse, devil in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. That's what this person is being seen at, and they're getting released. They're getting dropped like a bad habit. Now everybody's got to bow down to you because you're owed an apology. That's for sure. And you're going to handle it so humbly. You're going to handle it so gracefully. You're just going to say, yeah, and then you're going to give them an open hand smack. You're going to kick them in their ass, and you're going to chase them the fuck out and say, get the fuck out. Don't come around here no more. Accept your apology, though. And that's what you're going to tell these people, because fuck them. That's why, because you got the 6 of Cups here, because you got that unconditional love. Let them be nostalgic about them. Let them miss you. All right, that's what I tell you. Let them miss you. Because you can't, once you make yourself too available, then they think you're always going to be there. But once you're not there, then they realize what you need, what's really needed. And people are going to see just how much they need you, okay? They already do see that. They're seeing it right as we speak. As we speak, they're seeing that. I see it. I can realize how amazing. This is all cups. This is all about cups. Everything is about cups, this reading. It's crazy. And the devil's being released. So it's I would say it's a love reading. Once you conquer. Okay, look at this. 10 of Swords in reverse. Now, either somebody's recovering from a painful ending here. Somebody's trying to avoid a painful ending. Things perhaps can't get any worse. Okay, maybe they're over the worst. Who knows? Maybe somebody survived this disaster. Or maybe somebody got saved. Maybe he's being saved here. They're avoiding this painful ending. Maybe somebody's refusing to let go. Somebody might be in denial. Maybe somebody relapsed. There's despair, though. Okay, they're running from a painful one. So it would be almost like there's nothing else. So if maybe you coming in and defeating this devil, maybe help somebody avoid a painful one. I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna speculate. I hate. You know what? 10 of Swords in reverse and 7 of Cups in reverse are the most. Those two. It could go a million different ways, okay? They're not even, they'll be written on cards. When they write what they are, they say, they're all different stuff. I'm saying, completely different things. Yeah, because a painful ending is 10 of Swords. So a 10 of Swords in reverse could be all those different things, which that's not too difficult to say. But the 7 of Cups in reverse, though, a lot of times that's confusion, illusion, options. So my thought would be that would be, not an option, the only one. But so on this one, we'll say missed opportunities, sobriety, focusing. I don't know what the fuck, okay? But just know those are 2 annoying cards, all right? They really are. I don't like them. I hate the 7 of Cups. That's my least favorite card in the entire world. Because you know why? I'm all about the love here. This is all it comes down to. We're all about love to this reading. And that's why this devil's being released. He could not block your love. With Pentacles. You can't buy love, devil. You can't buy love. Okay, and that's why 9 of Swords in reverse. This devil can't buy love. Now somebody's releasing their deep-seated fears. Okay, so you have a 9 of Swords in reverse with a 10 of Swords in reverse. So somebody's learning to cope here. They're recovering. They're letting go. So this could be, avoiding this painful ending. Now they're seeing for exactly, they're recovering. They're saying, wow, this is what's really important. It's the love. It ain't about the money. Look, we got the 10 of cups. That 10 of cups will create the abundance. Wow, look, 9 of cups. That person, hermit's a wish come true, I tell you. I've been wishing for something like this, a hermit. Okay, look at this, 9 of wands. Very brave and courageous hermit. Been through a lot. Okay, they're still ready to fight, though. They're willing to fight. They don't want to fight, but they're willing to. And that's all you need to be, is willing. Willing. That's all. You don't have to fight. No. Nobody's going to put their hands on you. Nobody could touch you. They want you to get yourself in a jackpot. Okay, so you respond. They put your hands on somebody. Or agreeing to fight is only going to, lead to disaster for you. You don't want that. We know how brave and courageous you are. This devil's being released. They're being released because you didn't act on it. That you cooled off. Okay, you know why you cooled off? Because Knight of Swords, you're too action-oriented, you're too ambitious, and you're too driven to succeed. You're not going to let anybody, mess with your, future here, okay? Because what you do in the present creates your future. That's what you're doing. You're creating your future right now. That's why it's called a present. That's why it's the present, because you're creating what you want. Okay, Ace of Swords, because you got the mental clarity. You're starting to see things very clearly. You're a very sharp hermit. Let me tell you something. Brother. You're a very sharp hermit. Okay, you're like a Ginsu knife hermit. That's for sure. That's why this devil's being released. They could not get to you. They starved to death. You starved the devil to death. Now he's dead. The devil's dead. Yes, he is. Dead as a doornail. Is that what it's called? Doornail? I don't know. Okay, because you know why? The Hierophant's here. You're being, publicly supported here. You're being socially approved. You have institutional support. You are teaching. You have knowledge. You're learning. Okay, you're a very traditional individual. You got guidance here. All right, values are here. It's a blessing. Okay, you know why? Because you're getting this Ace of Pentacles. You're receiving this abundance because you have this 10 of Cups. You are this 9 of Cups. You are 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so 10 of Cups will always create the 10 of Pentacles. People, they want to skip right over the 10 of Cups and just get to the 10 of Pentacles. But now, you knew better than that. You knew the foundation is where, the power lies. And that's why it's all over for these people. So what's going to be the end here? And I'll go to a new deck. Okay, so the end here is 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You recovering from financial loss, this hermit. So whatever these people took from you or stole or thought they were making from you or, they're losing it all. That's why they're in the star in reverse energy and you're back to where you're supposed to be. Okay, because you're recovering from that. Because you are getting the justice that you deserve. And that justice is this devil being released and sent back to the lake of fire to never be seen or heard from again. That's where they're going. And once they go there, there's no coming back from that. You could actually leave hell. We know. We've been there. We returned unscathed, as you did too. Okay? And that's your spirit, not you, the person. You didn't walk into hell and it's just, I better hurry this up because I only got so-and-so amount of battery left. I might have to stop talking here. I talk too much. You talk too much. Shut up. You're always talking, he said. Okay, so what are we going to do here? What's going to be the confirmation, clarification here? God, please and thank you. Okay, for the Divine Feminine, the Magical Gangstars. Okay, we know this devil's being released. Okay, we see you're in Hermit energy. We know you're going to wish come true. You're being viewed as a wish come true. Okay, you're building your foundation on this 10 of Cups. You're recovering from financial loss. Okay, somebody's recovering from learning to, releasing deep-seated fears. Perhaps that's you. Perhaps that's your King of Cups. Who knows? But somebody is, and they avoided a painful ending here. But you know who didn't avoid a painful ending? This devil, that is. That's for sure. Okay, you know why? Because the moon is here. Because whatever illusions this devil has created, there are none. Okay, they're shattered. They're finished. There's nothing left to say. There's nothing left to do. Nobody listens. Nobody cares. The moon magic doesn't work. It's done. It doesn't work anymore. Why? Because you are the sun. You're the one who brings the fun, okay? That's why. Because you're positive. You bring the happiness here. I mean, you weren't going to... This moon energy was not going to dim your light, that's for sure. So there was nothing that could happen. These illusions were not going to stop you from being positive. I like how that dog's looking at it. He's like got it growling. But yes, you have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So yes, this devil was stingy. They were greedy. They were possessive. They were trying to hold on too tight. Okay, they wanted to, steal, but they're in financial distress now. Okay, whatever they had, they're losing. All that energy's coming back to you. Okay, because remember, everything is energy. Okay, these people, they didn't do anything to earn any of this. They just built this off your energy. It's like, get the fuck out of it. Built this with your star energy. And you're like, you're done with it, you said. You said, I'm done with this greediness, stealing. Keep what you took, because we're going to bury you with it. We don't care anymore. Okay, because they want to keep this cycle going with the world in reverse. They didn't want this new earth to come, okay, this devil. They don't control this new earth. We do, okay? Now, they're done. The demon time is over, okay? The demons are now the ones, okay, that have to listen to us. We're the ones in charge now. We came in, we said, who's in charge here? Not anymore, you're not. And then we gave an open hand smack. And then we kicked them in their ass. And we chased them the fuck out. And you say, you listen to us now. All right, because we're getting our wish come true with this Two of Cups, you told the guy. You said, listen, I'm getting my wish come true, this Nine of Cups. It's right here. I'm cashing in, you said. And they said, all right, here you go. Here you go, pal. And you said, thanks. And then that's why we have this Three of Cups here. It's all about the cups. Trust me when I tell you. It's all we got is cups. Three of Cups now, okay? You're going to be celebrating. You're putting together something here. Things are working out for you. Recovering from financial loss. There's no confusion as to who's who here. No confusion here as to me messing my cards up. Okay, because you have this Knight of Wands in reverse, this reckless lack of focus. There's no direction here, this devil. That's why they're on their head. That's why they're being released. Okay, they can't, Two of Swords, avoid the fact that they're done. They're finished. They're shattered. They're seen. It's already over, all right? The Two of Cups, we're already in the 1 year. We're done with this devil, okay? It's all coming now, all right? It's all developing. It's all manifesting. That's what you understand. You got to let your brain. You can't be negative in the situation. You got to say, I know this is happening. I know this is happening. You don't have to see it for it to happen. Just imagine it's happening. Trust me. Trust me. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm trying to do it too. That's why we're recovering here. Okay, because you're super balanced with this Temperance, okay? That's what it comes down to. You being balanced is why you're in control. That's why you're getting everything, because they needed you to respond the wrong way, okay? They needed you to be off balance. They needed you to do things in excess. They needed you to indulge. They needed you to do all types of overindulge. They really just needed you. But this is what the devil is. That's why it's being released, because you didn't do any of that, all right? Because you had this Ace of Wands energy. You have the urge to create. You're an inspiration. You're making something. Okay, you're building. You're building off whatever success you have. And I'm going to wrap it up because we know what's happening here. You got this Two of Cups. You're fine. This devil's being released. Okay, you are clearly the Gangstar Magician. You are clearly a magical gangstar. You are manifesting all this, okay? Like I said, your mind is what it is. Your brain cannot determine, it does not decipher between what's real and your imaginary, okay? That's just what it does. It creates it. It does. Just go with it. Believe me. All right? That's what the magician said. Let's go with it, brother. Look, I got a sword. Whatever that is. Is that a candle? I thought it was a sword in the other thing. But whatever. That's why I like to call myself the Gangstar Magician. Because he has a sword. He looked like a Gangstar Magician. He has a sword and everything. So, and that's why this King of Swords says, we see everything. We've seen enough. It's over. The Gangstar Magician, the magical gangsters are now in charge. They win. We'll do one more. And that's it. And we'll call it, okay? And that is because, yes, you have this Three of Pentacles. People want to work with you. They want to collaborate. Not only they want to love you, they want to work with you, okay? Because they know, Eight of Pentacles, you are mastering your craft. You are clearly that apprentice, okay? You are building everything here. All right, so let's do the oracles, and then I'm gonna wrap it up now, okay? Because I feel like I'm gonna run out of time. I hate when it does that. And if it does cut off, then just know everything's okay. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Okay, because a new chapter is beginning. Embrace the change. Please just embrace the change. Change is good. Okay, your destiny is intertwined with the stars. You know this, right? I told you this a bunch of times. That's why a new chapter is beginning. Embrace the change. Okay, because an unexpected gift will bring you great fortune. An unexpected gift is going to bring you great fortune. Keep that in mind, okay, because the magic within you is growing stronger. Use it wisely. We always use our magic wisely because we're magical gangsters. Magical gangsters always live by a code. we use our magic wisely. Okay, because a magical journey is about to begin. Prepare yourself. A lot of magic here. Because why? Who better to go on a magical journey than you, magical gangster? Okay, because your intuition is your greatest strength. Trust it. If it don't feel right, it's not right. Okay, if it feels right, go with it. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. You know what it is. You're not going to think things that are not real. Okay, it's just not going to happen. All right, and you're not going to let them tell you anyways. Because the hidden power within you is awakening. Embrace it. It's awakening. That's why you're here with me. You're awakening. If you wouldn't be here if you weren't awakening, you would be like, who the fuck is this crazy nut? What is wrong with this guy? Who is he, this gangster magician? But no, you're listening. You understand because a wish upon a star will soon come true. Remember what you wish for. You know what you wish for. You know what you wish for. It's right here. There you go. Okay? Because it's all happening for you. So one more and then I'm done. Okay, guardian angel is watching over you. Feel their presence. Perhaps it's me, the gangster magician, watching over you. Perhaps not, Archangel Michael. But somebody is watching over you. So that's why you're protected. You don't have to worry about anything. You're here with me. Look, this is what it is. You're with me in spirit. That's why. Okay, a powerful transformation is in store. Embrace it. You're becoming who you're supposed to be. And that is a very, very, very tough magical gangster. All right, I'll do these the numbers then. Just in case I could get away with it. And not have it cut off. So what are some angel numbers we got? I got more coming in, I think tomorrow. I actually got these Disney cards. They're like really cheap too. But they were on sale. Like I was like, yeah, I'll take them. So I'll see how they work. I'm gonna use those tomorrow. But remember, 777, okay, that's your lucky number. Okay, because it's manifested wisdom. That's what you are. You're getting wisdom right now. Okay, because fulfillment, success, abundance, spiritual growth, divine support. This message finds you in a time of uncertainty. Of course it's we're in uncertain times right now, okay? Yet unprecedented. Yet rest assured that you will emerge victorious from any challenges you face. Remember, you possess valuable life experiences and wisdoms that can inspire others. And sharing this wisdom will require enthusiasm and effort, but it will make a meaningful effort, Remember this. Sharing this wisdom will require enthusiasm and effort, but it will make a meaningful impact. That's what I thought you said. Okay, 1551. All right, let's see what that's all about. Because hold your vision, it says, manifestation. It's what you do. We're magicians, we manifest. Okay, abundance, prosperity, dreams, vision, success. Focus on the positive and keep your attention on the outcomes you desire. Okay, always focus on what you desire. Don't focus on the negative. Okay, now is the time to invest your faith and energy into your ideas, pursuing your goals with all your strength. Your spirit is beautiful, courageous, and brave. Embrace it and work toward your dreams. Of course, that's what you're doing. That's what we all want to do. We have the energy now. You're getting your energy back. You can do this. You're very enthusiastic, remember. Okay, because 1313. Starting fresh. That's what you're going to be doing. Encouragement, ambition, foundations. All about foundations here. 10 of Cups. Creative endeavors. Communication. Step out of your comfort zone and begin creating something meaningful. Your skills and talents are aligned to bring you auspicious rewards. Build your confidence and trust in your decisions as you embark on new beginnings. It's all starting into 1 year. New beginnings, okay? Because 8. That seems like a lot of abundance to me, okay? Because personal power, abundance, prosperity, strength, harmony, confidence, wealth, empowerment, epic romance. Wow. Okay? All that is good and pleasant in your life is about to multiply. Angels are sending this number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being that lie ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Remember, you train people how they treat you. Use your personal power for the greater good. Use your magical abilities wisely, magical gangsters, because you are now a made guy. You can do whatever you want, all right? So do the right thing. So we'll check you later, all right? Love you guys. Bye-bye.